I can drop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm no Elias K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.
Gabby Thomas, just stop. Please shut the fuck up for all of us. Please, just stop. So she took to her Instagram story today after Ray posted them pictures, alleged pictures going back and forth with Dennis Mitchell with the doctor in 2022 and 2023. She took to her Instagram story and said, doping coaches should be banned for life from coaching in the sport, whether you were banned while competing as an athlete or caught distributing as a coach. For some, both. I don't care. If you train under a coach who is known for doping once, twice, or even 3 times for some, you are complicit. This is my stance. But Gabby, let's not play like we're all in favor of a clean sport, because nobody actually is, especially the fans who watch this sport. Nobody is in fan of a clean sport. We just want to see our favorite athletes win. We want to see our favorite athletes run fast. No one wants to see the Olympics or the World Championships won in 10-2 or 10-3. And if you go look at these guys who randomly make these big jumps to 9.8s and 9.7s, look where they were running before they just randomly started running 9s. They was running 10.2s, 10.3s. That's a story for another day though. If you go look at these women who running 10.7s, 10.8s, 10.6s, look what they were running. They was running 11.3s, 11.2s. But let's not play like we want a clean sport. And for the fans, watch it. Let's not play like we want a clean sport. You're all in favor of doping as long as it's your favorite athlete. Let's be 100% clear about that. Let's just say if I'm American and I know Gabby Thomas is doping. Just use this for example. I know Gabby Thomas is doping. I'm cool with that as long as it's Gabby Thomas doping and nobody else gets to do it. Let's say if I'm Jamaican and I know Shelly Ann Frazier is doping. I'm cool with Shelly Ann doping as long as Shelly Ann's winning and nobody else is winning. So we're all in favor of doping in sports. Let's not just play like we want a clean sport for real. Because if that was the case, even for the athletes like Gabby, we will make sure that we are always available when drug testers come. We'll make sure that there is never no complications, no nothing. So it's easy to throw rocks and hide your hand, Gabby. Because let's not play like in 2019 when Christian Coleman was suspended for whereabouts, that you weren't suspended for whereabouts as well. Actually, you missed 3 drug tests in a 5-month span. I made a video about this about a year ago. It was swept under the rug. You know, we all have the USADA protection and this and that, so it was no big deal. And then you went on to medal at the Olympics in 2020 because they were able to get 1 drug test taken off. So let's not play like we're all in favor of doing the right thing and being where we supposed to be and just so against drugs in sports, because we aren't. Nobody is. It's the hypocrisy in sports. That's why I don't get. That's why I don't too much argue with a lot of fans in sports, because most times, well, not even most times, 100% of the time, they don't know what I know. They don't know the people who I know. They don't know the things that I know and the doctors that I know that they're going to. That's what they don't know. So I'm just a troll on the internet, and that's gonna forever be the image that I portray until prompted otherwise. But yeah, that's just my whole thing. Let's not play like, and even then, let's just say that, oh, if we get rid of the athletes or the coaches who have had athletes get caught for doping. Let's just say you were coaching, you had multiple athletes who have tested positive. That's literally all of the coaches who we deem the top coaches in the sport. Bobby Kersey, he had athletes test positive. Glenn Mills, he had 5 athletes test positive in 1 year for the same thing in 2009. Dennis Mitchell, he had athletes test positive. he tested positive as an athlete. Even if you go to the NCAA system, Coach Ross at Tennessee, he tested positive as an athlete. He has had college and professional athletes test positive. So let's not play like Lance Brahman. He's had athletes test positive. Stephen Francis, he's had a plethora of athletes who's tested positive. So all of the coaches who are deemed the top coaches or the great coaches, John Smith, he's had athletes test positive. John Drummond, when he was coaching, before his 8-year suspension, he had people test positive. So let's not play like, all right, let's get rid of the coaches who, this, and that, because that's all the top coaches. That's all the people y'all niggas celebrate. These are all the guys y'all clap and cheer for. They're all doing the same thing, and they all have this protection with these shoe companies and these agents to where there's nothing no one will ever do about it. And we'll sit around and play like nothing's going on. They can have 20 athletes test positive in a year, and we'll play like, it ain't the coach. Just because this coach got the world record holder and this, and this. Or this coach got the Olympic champion, this, and this. They just have a hell of a coach. They got these great champions. Even though these champions, some of them have tested positive and it's been swept under the rug, or they tested positive and they covered it up with, this person just taking this medicine, or they were just taking this stimulant, or this, and that. Let's not play like that. Let's not play like we want a clean sport. We just want to see entertainment. We just want to be entertained, just like in football and basketball. Nobody's over policing these athletes because the athletes make the sport. Drugs in track and field makes track and field entertaining. And that's the bottom line. Just imagine we go back to the times where, and then we sit around and play like, technology is what got these motherfuckers running so fast and this, and that. Yeah, technology has made improvements and this and that. And it's made, probably knocked off a tenth or two. But the overwhelming majority, we know what's up. We know what's going on. So, at the end of the day is gonna end. But let's not act brand new. I ain't here to drop nobody names, or drop no coaches' names, or drop no messages, even though I have the access to do all of that. That ain't my style. I'm just here to send subliminal messages and just say, let's not act brand new. Bottom line.
World champion of what?
World champion of what?
I can chop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm Noah Lies K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.